These Neuner and Hornsteiner double basses are a particular favourite of mine. I think probably one of the things I like the most on them is the sort of cleanliness of making, attention to detail, and the varnish. I mean, look at this stunning gold ground with a heavy red oil finish. I mean, they're absolutely glorious, aren't they? And they, really, really well constructed instruments. Another thing I really like are these beautiful Stradivarian sound holes. I mean, they're always so well cut and very clean. And for sort of instruments that were made in quite large quantities, the standard is so high. I mean, the Mittenwald instruments like this are really, really excellent. This one was made probably around 1880, somewhere around there. We've actually fully restored it in our workshop. So it's been fully gone over. We've done literally everything. All the repairs on the ribs, the back, the front. The other thing we've done that's an interesting feature of these is you'll see here, the neck looks like it's floating, like that, you see. So it's just come straight off the instrument. And this instrument, sadly, had lost that. So someone had sort of done kind of set it in almost like normal. And we've lovingly restored that to be exactly as it was. And again, another one of the features of these instruments, look at this lovely round button, and it all kind of ties in. Sometimes instruments have lost that, which is fine. But this is a real highlight for me. So we've kind of put all this back, and it looks come off really well. It's stunning, stunning instrument. This is a 5-string bass, and we've sort of been very carefully setting it up. And all the measurements and everything, so it's super easy to play. I mean, it just feels like you're playing a 4-string, and this bass sounds awesome. So if you're looking for a 5-string bass, I mean, this is one to check out. So we'll look at this particular example, and you'll see the wood on the front, lovely, sort of fine-grained spruce, really lovely tone wood, little bit of hazel pine, Mascatura figure in there. Stunning, great condition. The arch is, perfect. Exactly what you'd be looking for to take 5 strings. And again, the ribs, nice flame maple, beautiful varnish. Look at that. Absolutely glorious. Really nice file model. And this one's a good size. This would have been called their solo model, but for modern playing today, if you want a 5-string bass, I mean, this packs some punch, but it's so easy to play. And, see the black ebony strip up the middle? That does interesting, never goes all the way through. It only goes part of the way through. And in my opinion, they did that to allow for, if the back did move slightly, you actually had, where the centre joint was going to go, you had a point to which you could repair very easily. So this one, is perfect. We've sort of been over it. It's beautiful. Another interesting thing they do is they would let the braces all the way into the ribs and the liners. So, in my opinion, that doesn't help the sound. So we've actually replaced the braces, and there's less of them. But I mean, the typical German technology, they made these things to last, and that's usually why, this back is literally mint, and usually they are in excellent condition because they were just so well made, and they really stuck them together. I think the bracing is probably too much, but it's good for us because the bases are left in perfect condition. I mean, there's not even a crack on it. Look. Gorgeous bit of wear here. I mean, we tried to be, some people might try and touch that in. In my opinion, that's, someone's belt buckle or someone's something or the other, someone's, that's part of the character of the instrument. Again, really gorgeous, gorgeous instrument. And another highlight of this is the scroll. Now, one thing I always find really interesting about these Mittenwald basses is they always look like they made this amazing bass, right? And this always looks like they didn't quite finish it, like it's very sharp sort of at the end, but they're all like that, or most of them are. And again, you see very kind of sharp and sort of almost looks a bit unfinished on the edges, but that's kind of what they did, which is cool. This has got 5 Baker machine heads on it, Baker style machine heads, and the scroll is beautifully worked. All of the original varnish. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. Look at that, beautifully cut, really lovely character to it. I mean, another interesting thing that you'll find on pretty much all of these basses is that they always purfled the front almost always purfled the front, but never purfled the back. So, you know, absolutely classic example, Mittenwald bass, you know, absolutely beautiful example, and, you know, someone will be lucky to have this.